What's up? I'm playing Rohan. Hopefully your day is going good and all of that. Mine's going pretty decent. Kind of a long day, but it is what it is. We all have those from time to time. You can always leave a comment if you wish, but do remember that if you post it after I'm actually doing this, I may not get to see it. In preparation. Moving without hesitation. Moving things around or making sure all is right. Getting ready for what you can. Before your day has even begun. For some it is coffee or other things. Or something maybe you need to hear or needs to be seen. Being unprepared. That's a whole nother thing. Even though you could have done. It happens to us all. Procrastination. Sometimes it causes hesitation. Even when you feel prepared. Many things, such as this, can overwhelm and other things. But what happens if you're prepared for a certain thing? But it doesn't quite work the way that you prepared it to work. Deep despair, all that work, and it meant nothing. My plan didn't work. Disappointment, frustration. It's never fun. It's definitely not a joyful time to be done. Regardless what it is that had been done. Preparation that fails shows you overlooked something. You thought they were gonna go this way or this. But they did this. Or the situation did. Live and learn. It's always good to learn. But you can always see something that you may not have seen if it was not for the movement that had been. Some prepare for what they think will happen upon that day. But are you willing to, or try to, do it on the fly? Can you handle the pressure and stress? Can you still make it work in the way you planned? Can you redirect the situation? It's not always easy to do such things as redirect. It's always fun to try to redirect, especially when you prepare for one thing and another comes. Preparation. But then, there's no way for you to be prepared for what happens instead. Does that mean that your plan is dead? Or do you need to redirect it to ensure it's not dead? Oh, so I know I'm prepared for this. Can I use what I prepared for that for this? Depends on what it is. And how you planned it to go. Like I imagine you think right now that I'll stay on subjects. What would happen if I switched it entirely? Did you think it would be about preparation entirely? Darkest shadow, the one that shows, the one that no one can ever know. One that, when it decides to show, only you and you alone can know. Darkest sorrow that is so deep, that even upon its shadows it is deep, darker than black. In fact, the color is not technically black. It would be a color that would be darker than such. Willing. willing, never knowing what the dealing. Never being able to describe the feeling. Darker than all you've ever seen. So dark it makes the shadows scream. And within such, no light can be seen. Darker than shadow and darker than black. For this feeling can make you feel whack. Making you step back. Putting and sitting where it needs to be. No preparation or anything would be seen. Because it would announce itself with a scream. But in the middle of a time you don't prepare. For this is things you cannot prepare for. You could not be ready, even if it had knocked upon your door. Not a physical one. The situation is what I mean. Or the feeling that announces itself with a scream. Darkest shadow. Darker than black. One that is black. Or darker than black. It's hard to describe but I'm sure there's few that understand what I try to describe. Never knowing when such, well, announce with a scream. A feeling you wish not to be around, but it drags you to the ground. Darker than all has ever seen. One that would make anything about to scream. And it is the feeling that chooses what time it shows. No way to do anything other than let it pass. It can be short, or it can choose to last. Showing its face with a giant growl and a scream. Oh boy, does this darkness sound mean. Any close? It would be tried. It would be tried. Darkness, that is. Darkness, that is. Darker than a shadow of all depth that can ever be seen. Even the reflection of the light off this can be seen. But it is, upon its time, it chooses to be seen. Feeling is overwhelming when it chooses to be seen. Everything you try to prepare for has failed. A lot of times it is this that is seen. For all your hard work seems to be broke. Doesn't go anywhere, regardless as you do. Darkness and despair choose to follow you and show you there is nothing you can do.